Hi, everyone. Welcome or welcome back. This is Kristie with AG Takes Over. The channel is all about American Girl dolls, and today it's all about making some jewelry for them. So, this was a video idea that I put out and said, if anybody's interested, and the response was overwhelmingly yes. So, here we go. I'm going to dive right in. Please let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know when I post new videos, all that good stuff. Let's just dive right in. So, first I'm going to show you what I used to use. I used to use this stretchy plastic. It's not super stretchy, but stretchy plastic material. And I liked it just fine. It is a bit tough to get over the doll's wrists. And then I switched to this. I get it from Joann Fabric. And I bought this giant long roll of it, and it's going to last me for a long time. And I want to show you sometimes the little silver kind of foil comes off of it, but that's no big deal. You just cut that piece and you can see that it's white elastic that's been wrapped in a silver color. Much stretchier, I'm showing you here. This means it's a lot easier to get over the doll's hands. All right, and then as far as tools that I use to get the beads, I used to use this. It's called a speedle needle. It's kind of hard to find them, but you can get them online, and it's supposed to mean that you can just like jab the thing down into a container of beads, and they'll just come right on magically. But I lately started using this open eye beading needle. And let me show you what this looks like. It's basically like two pieces of wire that have been soldered together at both ends. And it's a little bit tricky to get it open, but that's all it is. And the way it works is you open it on one end or open it in the middle, and then you slide your elastic down. I'm going to cut some of this off. And I grabbed like not the best kitchen scissors, so bear with me. Also, I was just trying to do this on a lunch break, and I know that it goes in and out of focus a little bit throughout. This is not the type of tutorial that I usually do. So, yeah, I'm first going to show you making a bracelet with loose beads. And I used to have a doll handy and like measure actually putting it on the doll's wrist. And then I was like, oh, or I could just mark it on a piece of paper. And so you're going to see me, that little piece of spare part paper that I had, you're going to see me hold a string of beads up to that. And that's how I'm going to know once I've gotten a long enough bit to do a bracelet. So here are when you buy these tubes of beads and you just have loose beads. You can literally just poke it through, grab a few on there. The smaller the beads, the nice, it's going to be a nice dainty bracelet, but you might have a hard time pulling it over that elastic. Although this elastic is really easy to work with. Sorry, horribly out of focus, but you are getting the gist of it. If you use beads that are too big, it's going to be really easy to work with, but they're going to look super chunky on your doll. So I can, I'll show you some packaging of beads at the end, and you can make note of the size of them. But yeah, really quick. This is moving quite quickly, and I'm just eyeballing it. Since I'm using the loose beads right now, I'm just going to make one of these bracelets. And then after this one, I'm going to show you a different approach that I take, which is really good for like assembly line when you want to make a bunch of them. Yeah, so this I forget what it was called, this particular needle doesn't have any like grabber that will hold them onto the edge, so they can slide off, but I find it really, really nice to work with. So there we go. That should be plenty. And then I got my little measuring thing out here. And you don't want to stretch the cord when you're doing this. You just want to lay everything nice and snug together and go, all right. Oops, got some down here. All right, so line it up. Those are not going to go on the bracelet, so I just slide them out of the way. And it is as simple as tying 2 knots. You want to pull it a little bit snug so that it's not super loosey-goosey, but also you don't want to have it completely taut, the part that's under those beads. You want it to have, a little bit of give still so that it can slide over the doll's hand pretty easily. And what did that take? A couple of minutes, and then I've got Rapunzel here. She's wearing a couple of these exact same colors, coincidentally, and I just wanna show you how nice and easy that is to slide on her wrist. Look at that. With the other plasticky cord that I would use, I'd really have to kind of pull to get them to slide over. All right, and then here's another approach. I get these at Joann. I don't remember where those tube ones came from, but I like to keep these on the string, okay? And you're gonna see how quickly this goes. So just put your needle in a while, in a bit, and you'll see it come out somewhere. Wherever it comes out is fine. And this part's a little bit tricky just initially because you're going to want some small tip scissors and get in there and snip the string. All right. Did I do it correctly? There we go. Having these giant kitchen scissors was not my best decision. Okay, so see, we're going to slide those down, sliding those down, and then keep a hold of that string with your other hand. Because now, instead of having to do these one at a time like you do with the loose beads, watch. Well, it's out of focus, but there you go. Okay, so you're getting like, I don't know, 10, 12 of these suckers on at a time. Let it come out somewhere. Hold on to the string. Oops. Even when you mess up a little, it's not a big deal. Look, I got most of them on there. Pull them down, get them out of the way. Back at it again. So hold your string in one hand, your needle in the other. Snake it down. Let it pop out somewhere. Make sure you don't lose the string. Pull the string out. Slide the beads down. Rinse and repeat. I'm going to tell you right now, I made 4 of these, you're going to see. But spoiler, I made 4 of these from start to finish, like pulling the beads out and getting ready to the time all 4 of them were completely tied, cut, done, finished, was 7 minutes and 41 seconds. So that's not even 2 minutes per bracelet. And for those of you who do a lot of crafting or if your job increases your risk of repetitive stress injury or repetitive motion injury, I find this to be a lot easier because it's more efficient. It's a lot less tiny little movements. So this is my new, I'm really digging being able to do taking them straight from the string with such an easy to work with elastic and such an easy to work with needle. It's kind of like the combination of all 3 things is what has me excited. And hopefully, if you've never done bracelets, you can just start off with like one of the most efficient ways I can think of, and it will be just a joyous experience for you, right? Look at me. I turned the sound off, but I'm just like sitting there. My wife had a video, somebody's AGTube video on. This was my lunch break. I'm like, let me just knock out a few bracelets in a short amount of time. Now, this one is going to be all solid color. So if you want, oh, and then eventually it does come off of the little cardboard that it was attached to. If you want multicolored bracelets, you can either buy strings that have like string beads like this that have multiple colors on them, or you can do what I did with the purple ones, buy or mix together a bunch of multicolors and then you'll have to put them on individually. I just find that the solids work pretty well. And then if I have, like, let's say I have an outfit that has 3 different blues or blue and brown, then I will pick a couple bracelets. So I'm picking up all those colors. Instead of like making a blue and brown bracelet, I just have like, here's a blue bracelet and a brown bracelet. I'm good to go. So here we go. Measuring out 1. Get that out of the way. Two knots, feels good. That's still nice and stretchy, but it's not loose. It'll fit snugly on the doll, but it won't be pulled tight. The elastic's not pulled tight, okay? Measure out a second one, and this is the real payoff, that and whenever you do something assembly line style and you get to the final step and it's like all of a sudden you have 1, 2, 3, 4, however many finished products. I've done this in the evening where I've gone through like 4 strands or 5 strands of the beads, and I just have this long rope of elastic attached to that's still on the roll, and it's full of, all of these different colors of beads, and I can knock out, I don't know, 20 bracelets. Like when I do that final step, I'm like, there, and I made 26 bracelets tonight. Okay, time to go to bed. So gratifying. I'm realizing that the story of my life is always having the wrong scissors when I film videos. Because I have these very nice, sharp, precision, tiny point scissors. Okay. That's a good length. Look how easy this is. And if you're ever like sending packages, if you've got a doll pen pal, or you're going to a meetup or something and you just want to have little gifts that you can give to somebody, this is such an easy, affordable thing to do. I mean, obviously, depending on your dexterity, right? It's not easy for everybody. I completely get that. Okay, so there are the bracelets. I made 4 in not even like 7.5 minutes. And I want to show you an example or just a, brief selection of some of the beads that I have to work with. Some of those are too big. Those like pink pearl ones in the background. I wouldn't use those for a bracelet. Here's an example of one that has multicolors in it. So if you wanted a multicolored bracelet, there you go. You don't have to string them individually. You could string them right from that. And I always wait until these are on sale. A lot of times Joanne will run them like 3 or 4 for $10. And they can be as much as, $9.99 just for one pack. It really is all over the place. But wait until they're on sale. Take advantage of it. There's another multicolored one. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspires you to make some bracelets. And if you would like some other jewelry tutorials in the future, let me know in the comments. Take care. Bye.